I'm Umbalente, that F1 chick.
I am Umbalente, that F1 chick. Welcome back.
Zukondima, reporting live for Paddocks SA. Welcome to it. Season 1, episode 7.
Right, Mr. Student.
Yeah.
We are talking pit stops today.
Okay. I thought you were going to ask me what the topic was, but apparently not class captain yet. So that's fine.
I don't want to put you under pressure.
Pressure is how everything works, you know? My favorite team is always under pressure. I won't tell you who that is, but pressure just makes you perform better. Yeah, we need that pressure. Especially in this season. This season is so exciting. It's just been absolutely mad.
There is a lot going on, but we are not going to discuss the season because we are still trying to bring people into the sport and we are teaching. Right. By we, I mean I. Pit stops.
Yes.
Pit stops have evolved in Formula One.
Okay.
Over the years. I mean, the biggest change that we've seen in the pit stops now is there's no refueling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to refuel during the race?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, petrol.
No, ayikho iphelele petrol.
I know my car.
Yeah, I know.
I can just imagine Lewis Hamilton like, Bono, I'm running out of gas. Bono says, I know your car.
Don't worry.
That's why Formula One doesn't come to South Africa. Anyway.
Right. So, these days, pit stops are just purely for tire change and minor repairs. You know, you get your wing damage, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
What do you know, or what have you observed in your watching of Drive to Survive?
It's not even Drive to Survive anymore. I'm like a hardcore Formula One fan now. So what I have experienced, or what I see, or what I understand, is that cars can pit as many times as they like. However, you obviously don't want to be pitting every 2 laps because then the other oaks are going to pass you, right? On average, a pit stop is about 2.5 seconds, all right?
Except for those other champions that do like a 2.1, 2.2.
Yeah, on the odd occasion.
We won't mention who.
Yes, we also won't mention the guys that do your 12.5, 14 second pit stops. But on average, it's literally the guy pulls in, stops, take off all 4 tires, replace all 4 tires, and then they put the car back down, and then off you go.
Yeah.
Right? And then, as you say, it's other little things that will change.
Yes.
Right? And the guys will pit according to, I don't know.
Strategies.
Okay, according to strategies,
Yeah.
right? According to strategies, they'll be told when to pit, when is the best time to pit, etc., to make sure that they don't lose positions.
Or to gain position.
Yeah. Right? And I think another thing is that, so I learned, or I saw in one of the races recently, it was the Silverstone race.
Okay.
Whereby Perez pitted 3 times, right? I haven't seen that happening before, and I was so very, very confused up until I got the understanding that, the reason why he pitted was to take a point away from Lewis Hamilton to get fastest lap, which is fine. For me, it was just like, I didn't know that could actually happen.
Well, that is a bit of a controversial matter. We're not going to go into that either.
Okay, cool, that's fine.
But I like your knowledge is not so far off, eh?
Okay.
There is something here.
I'm always like 60-70%.
You know something.
Yeah. What I want to know right now is what I'm missing.
So, pit stops, very regulated.
Okay.
So, as we enter the pit lane, we have to reduce speed all the way, right? For the safety, obviously, of the pit crew.
Yeah.
Then you go in, shoop, like you explained, and also exiting the pit lane, slow speed. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And we saw what happened to Bottas the other day when he spun the car in the pit lane. Heavy penalty for him there.
Oh, really?
So it is a very serious thing because we do have to look at the safety of the people that work inside.
Correct. Caution.
Yeah.
What did he do?
he literally just took off in the wrong gear, and that spun the car.
Oh, and of course it would. I mean, I read somewhere that on average a Formula One car idles at 5,000 revs per minute. So it's very easy. It's very easy, but shit. Okay.
Yeah.
But nobody got hurt, so that's good.
That's good. They were quite harsh, in my opinion. But anyway, so now I'm gonna let's talk technical terms.
Okay.
Right?
Hopefully this is gonna be a short section.
Yeah. I won't go deep in
Okay,
there.
good.
We talk about a stint.
Yeah.
A stint is the period between pit stops.
Okay.
Right? So those laps in between your pit stops is what we call a stint.
Okay.
Right? And then you mentioned strategies.
Okay.
Right? We've got the overcut.
Yeah.
Undercut.
Okay.
Kind of situation.
Okay.
And your overcut is obviously the guy, there's a 1 and 2 situation.
Okay.
And this is when number 2 obviously lets number 1 go to his pit first, and then he tries to basically open the gap, right? So he stays out. Number 2 stays out for a few more laps, tries to open the gap so that when he has, obviously when number 1 is in the pit, number 2 then gains lead, tries to build the gap so that when he goes into the pit, he can actually hold on to either the position or the gap.
Okay.
Right. Alternatively, we've got the undercut.
Yeah.
This is when number 2 goes into the pit first and before number 1, and obviously comes out in the hope that when number 1 goes into the pit, he will then gain that track position.
Okay.
Right, with his fresher tires. So it's one of those strategic things that the teams must look at and to how best to manage that. Because remember, if you go in first, you still have a tire management situation that you must look out for.
Yes, correct.
You know?
Because that also determines when you're going to pit, right?
Next, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then teams can also do something we call double stacking. Right. So in a team, you've got 2 drivers, right? And driver number 1 comes in, gets his pit stop, exits. Driver number 2 immediately comes in, gets his pit stop.
Okay.
And that's a double stacking.
Okay.
Right? Teams can also avoid things like traffic and all of that by pulling their guy into then an early pit stop, or you know what I mean, because you'll find that they actually will struggle to pass so and so, or there's traffic ahead, so then they'll just try and make up those times by pulling their guy out of the actual race and into the pit stop and then manage that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot more technical than a stop, change tires and co, I must say.
But most important, teams must have at least 1 pit stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mandatory to have at least 1 pit stop.
Yeah.
And from there, it's a hell of a lot of strategies. Overcuts, undercuts, double stacking, stints. Hey! It's a lot. But it's always good to know as well.
Yeah.
I can just imagine myself now in the next race and saying, yeah, you know, look, I saw Lewis on his 3rd stint. He was, looking strong.
Careful not to watch it this time.
So, yeah, very much, very cool, very valuable. Happy with that. And thank you so much for sharing.
Your favorite teacher-student duo is out of here.
Yeah, boy. See you next time.
But don't forget to...
Almost. Like, share, comment, subscribe, enter the competition. Sit on your couch and enjoy.
All right, then. We're out.